Welcome to the LoreWars Preview Stream and Podcast. My name is Doug Carlson. I am your host and game master this evening. With me, as always, is Shaunicus.
Hello.
Ryan Puss.
Hi.
And Maddie Mon.
Nope.
Yeah. Those are
she's not here. Sorry.
Those are all your official Pokemon name. You're welcome. We are not. I'm sponsored by Pocketmons. It's I shouldn't say that because there probably is like an app called Pocketmons. Pocketmons.
Yeah, you just screwed yourself.
I was gonna start being controversial about Temtem.
Temtem?
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar. I don't think I do.
It was like a Pokemon Kickstarter game. I didn't think.
No, I like Pokemon Black and Blue. It was like the PETA's version of Pokemon where like the animals are cage fighting and like it's like Pikachu trying to free himself from his owner.
I love how we wait to go live to have conversations.
I know, right?
Haven't you ever listened to a podcast ever? People come for entertainment, and this is quality. This is gold. I'm actually.
I want to hear your opinion about what color Pokemon game you like.
No, it's not. Never mind. He missed it. You're gonna go.
Thinking Emerald isn't the best.
Hey guys, I've just hopped on the Xbox.
Did I?
Did he?
I definitely did not. Unless my girlfriend went and turned on my Xbox. Because I'm in the room next to the...
Doug out here trying to convince people he has a girlfriend.
Sorry, boyfriend. My boyfriend must have turned on... Riley. So yeah, what's going on in the LoreWars verse? We are really close. I didn't realize we were already into the lovely month of June. So we were a week and 2 days from launch. I haven't even talked to my lovely cast about this, but on the day of launch or free RPG day, since the world is on pause right now, I'm planning to do one of two things. I'll talk to you guys after, and then I'll tweet out kind of what our plan is for next week's stream. But either I'm going to do like an extra long stream for launch or something along those lines, maybe a normal stream and then a Q&A stream after. I don't know. I'm doing something special for our launch and free RPG day, which is the day after our launch. But on our launch, which is next Friday, you guys, the website will go live. Well, it's already live, but the purchasing aspect of the website will be live, so you can purchase LoreWars guidebooks as well as the Seal of Fate books as of next Friday.
Also, you get this beautiful physical copy of the game that got left on my doorstep. It's pretty great.
That everyone can see on an audio podcast.
Yeah. I just realized that I'm holding this up to my webcam. Is it on? Is it doing anything?
Good. If you want to snapshot that, send it to me. I'll make it the YouTube thumbnail.
No, that's okay. I don't need to do that.
Also, we're doing a giveaway. Everyone who buys or has already pre-ordered and gotten their LoreWars guidebook can tweet out a picture of it with its handle at LoreWars RPG, which is our Twitter handle, and you'll be entered to win a free Seal of Fate adventure book that will happen at the end of July. Yeah, that's about where we're at right now. It is the beginning of June. We are in the midst of talking with the Scredigus channel. we're hoping to hear back any day now about that project, and hopefully we can launch with that in July as well. And yeah, that's about where we're at right now. Let's talk about what we were doing last stream. Last stream, you guys conquered the Great Water Dragon challenge. You defeated him, and because of that, his like essence or whatever unlocked a I'd say a dungeon or a tomb or something on the island that you guys started venturing into. Um, from Gongang's a knowledge or history check or something along those lines, he understood that this was the MO of the Magic Society and the White Spire Knights, who are the Magic Society's enforcers. They create such tombs on like abandoned islands and like deserted areas to guard magical artifacts, demonic spirits, pretty much anything of magical nature that would be elsewise dangerous or too powerful for the average mortal. When you entered, you found two statues, one of a knight and a sword and a shield, and the other of a mage. There were two different scripts on plaques underneath these statues. One was in Demora, the demonic language, under the knight, and the other was in Gorlicht, which is the tribal language of like pure beings. And you guys couldn't really decipher the like what the languages kind of said. However, Ryan or Gongang was playing around with these knight statue and slid his blade across the other the knight statue blade, and noticed that a coat of rust came off of it, and then the knight became animated and opened the door behind him, leading to a hallway. There is another door behind the mage statue that remains closed at this moment. Now, going into the hallway behind the knight statue, Gongong was startled because a cage that was dangling from the ceiling started rattling and screaming at him when he found a small imp creature inside. And then after that...
I have heat vision. I definitely saw that thing there.
I don't know if we went over that or not.
I have heat vision, and it's on.
That is true. It is on. I have it. Did you charge the batteries on the goggles?
Yeah, I mean, well, the goggles are my heart.
So got you. But there are multiple cages now, rattling and screaming down this tunnel. Or cavern, and that's kind of where we're at. So I'll put it over to you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Before we get going, we all did level up, so.
I
leveled up, yeah.
You did level up. Do we have all those levels? Did everyone grab them?
I got mine.
Maddie,
just a plus.
Maddie, I expect Maddie not to, because she's the laziest of the party.
Hey, that's super rude and also super accurate. I absolutely did not do that.
All right. Well, let me grab my guidebook, and I can help you out with that, and we can go over some of that.
Because you don't want me to interpret what my level.
This is accurate. I will be right back.
Page 62. Blade Fury. Once per scenario, combo your summon sword for a base 4x damage. Casting roll 1 to 10. So does that mean there's more than one attack that I'm making? Is this like a secondary rage?
Alrighty. After that brief intermission here, hit my disc. Let me flip on open. We'll start with Sean, because he's the rule breaker of the party.
I test the rule. I never break the rule.
Sean, what are you again? You're a Wick.
Steel Form Guard, page 62.
62.
Lovely.
I like that everyone has physical copies, and we can slide on over to that page together in our physical copies. 62, Steel Stormguard. What level are you?
Oh, level 11.
Okay, so what levels don't you have?
No, we're level 8.
Okay, Do you have 7? You do have 7. I remember you got Rage. Yeah. Okay, so your level 8 ability, as indicated by the guidebook, has a red M next to it, which would indicate that it's a major ability, a major action. Now, your ability is called Blade Fury. Once per scenario, you can combo your summon swords for a base times 4 damage. And that has a casting roll of 1 to 10. So, in return, this would replace your basic attack for a guaranteed times 4 if you were successful in rolling the casting roll.
But could I still basic attack after that?
No, because it's a major action.
Casting roll 1 to 10 seems like it's a spell.
I mean, it is, but it's a major spell. I mean, it's a combo. It's not really a... I mean, it is because you're summoning swords, but it's a combo of, like, you can interpret it how you want, of, like, you're flinging multiple swords at once. Pretty much, it's guaranteeing a times 4 damage. And then, obviously, if you have, like, you know, if you want to add Ice Blades to that as a minor action beforehand, you could do, like, Ice Blades, then Blade Fury.
Do I still roll for my attack to see what other multipliers added to it?
No. Nope, when it says base times 4, that replaces, like, the need to roll for your multiplier. You would then just roll the damage and times that times 4.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And so, hang on, what does the blue M mean?
The blue M would indicate a minor action. And then if there's no M at all, it's a passive innate ability. Such as...
does that mean
such a...
per encounter?
What's that? No, if...
Blue M?
No, blue M is a minor action, meaning you can do it before your major action. If it is restricted by one, like a turn or something, it'll say in the description, such as your Blade Fury says once per scenario.
Okay.
Alright. Let's head on over to the fairy, the moth lady, who is a...
What?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Jess.
Hi.
Ah, Jess, you are a... You're a Cupid, I believe, right? Is that your
I am a rose.
subclass? Yeah, what's your subclass?
Oh, Cupid.
Cupid. Your level 7 was Love Essence, right?
That's correct.
Alright, your level 8 is pretty simple. It's a minor action, and it is an illusion spell. Casting roll 1 to 10.
Illusion spell.
And that...
I'm gonna do myself to tippity tap.
Alrighty. And you can find that on page 80. Let's slide over to Ryan just so I can talk about it a wee bit. You are a dragonkin. You are a serpent.
I just started training, so I got a +1 in speed.
Dragonkin. Is that all? Serpent. Oh yeah, training +1 speed. That would be on page 16. Very nice. But your next one is cool. You can pick an element of dragon to specialize and get a base spell. That's pretty neat. Alrighty.
That's pretty cool.
At break up.
Wow.
So you guys enter this hallway and you're startled. Maybe not going on because you saw heat signatures, but still like the noise. You know, just because you see a jump scare coming doesn't mean it doesn't grab you.
Not me.
So
Maybe you, but I'm built different.
so yeah, you guys right now Going On is the only one in the door down the hallway. So what are y'all doing?
Vibin, what are you doing?
Chilling. I'm sipping on some Red's ale. From a...
Playing Divinity.
Oh, nice.
Going to play, Doug?
I'm playing the Sinking City.
I want to play Sinking City. I also want to play Divinity, and I also want to play Dead by Daylight. But here I am playing.
You want to play some Dead by Daylight, dude? I love Dead by Daylight. That's
Yo,
my thing.
For real? You don't have a console though. I played on console, but but crossplay is around. Crossplay's around the corner. Yo, don't even. All right.
I used to play on console. I had everything unlocked on console with DVD, and now I have to re-earn everything on PC because I'm a PC gamer now.
Yeesh. When crossplay's around the corner for that game, they announced it on their anniversary, so soon we can play together. But anyways, what are you guys doing in this hallway with rattling cages and imp creatures?
I don't know about you. I certainly don't want to be here.
Okay.
You guys coming?
You want to go try the mage door?
You coming? I'm going. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, I mean, we can split the party a wee bit. If
We can go check out the mage door though. That's fine. I'll go peek.
I'll go with that. I'm not splitting the party.
No.
That's how people get deaded.
deaded.
Okay.
I'm a big dragon. I can fend for myself, guys.
So do you want to venture further down the imp hallway, or do we want to try our hand at the mage door?
I'll go to the mage door. Let's look at it,
All right.
and then you guys can decide.
Let me see. I want to make sure I had it right. So the mage door is in Gorlike, and you did pick out a few words. Whoever was, I forget which one of you had like studied it a little bit, but it's something. It was like something power, something danger, something great power, and that's kind of what you picked out from the script.
I like the sound of that. Can I
Do
roll our
we like the sound of that?
something danger, something great power? Yes.
This is your door. I'm thinking that it's like this door is dangerous if you seek great power or something. I don't know. Go for it. Have fun. I don't know how to open this thing.
Any ideas, Sean?
Is there a staff? Does this thing have a
Yeah,
staff?
it's like the statue is like a robed like individual holding out a staff.
Okay, so since you rubbed your sword against the statue's sword, I'm going to just, and blast some magic at the staff to see if I can't, wake that up.
Okay, go ahead and roll an Arcana. Yeah,
I made
you
it.
blast some magic at the statue, and it becomes animated. It turns around on its pedestal, and it touches the staff to the iron door, and the iron door kind of flashes and then opens, sliding open from the middle. And let me reveal the area because I have Fog of War on Roll20 here. Okay, there we go.
I would like to attempt to take the staff from the statue.
It's a stone. I mean, if you want to.
Well, you just showed that it had properties to absorb magic, so I kind of want that staff.
I mean, roll physical.
That's true. It'd be handy to absorb.
You bash the arms of the statue and they break off. You now have a stone sculpted staff with two stone hands carved onto it.
Hey, I casted magic at it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get your reasoning.
I have an idea. I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna stand 3 paces from Sean. Sean, blast some magic at me. And I'm gonna try to absorb it.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
Sean, the staff, you try to surge Arcana through it and the entire staff crumbles in your hands. You now have a.
No, I'm casting magic at him.
No, I get that. No, I get that. It crumbled in your hands.
Crumbled in my hands.
Oh. Okay, my bad.
He shot it at
Yeah. Sean, it sizzles. You have like little sparkler fingers right now. Nothing's happening.
Sparklers? I want sparklers. It's the 4th of July. Hold on.
No, not yet.
Here's testing out another theory. I'm going to cast frost on the staff. I made it.
Okay. You now have a stone sculpted staff covered in a thin layer of frost.
Okay, there goes my theory. Let's just leave it.
My hands are cold. I tossed it back.
I just let it drop.
Shatters.
Yes, it does. Are you going in the mage door to see what that's about?
Is there any heat signatures in there?
There is not.
Oh boy. And I don't like this. I like the dangerous one more, honestly.
I'm gonna cast investigation or an arcana into that room.
Sure. You I mean, never mind.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go more dangerous room.
Wait. No. I got Bunsen summon. He's gonna walk in. Can I get it? Can I see what's in this room? Or is it dark?
I mean, yeah, if you were to just like peek your head in, you'd be able to see.
I'm poking my head in.
All right.
See what's in
You see a shallow hallway. That at the other end, you see a large stone dragon head sticking out of the wall about halfway down the wall. On the right of the dragon's head is a large stone shield mounted on the wall. On the left is a large two-handed stone sword mounted on the wall.
And this is in the mages.
Correct. So if you look at the map, I just put your body in. Just to show. There's a black box down here is a dragon's head sticking halfway out the wall. To the right of it is a mounted shield. To the left of it is a mounted sword.
Alright, I'm gonna poke my head back out. Somebody do me a favor and see what they see when they go in there.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my head in.
You see the same exact thing.
Okay, so should I go for it, guys?
Okay.
Sure.
You.
Yeah.
You guys stay out here. You wanna come with me?
I'm coming with him.
Oh, are you?
Alrighty, let me stop you right there.
I knew that was gonna happen.
The players get about the player gets about halfway down the room, and you step onto what seems like a pressure plate. This opens the stone dragon's mouth and spits out a blast of ice magic, dealing 50 damage to any player in the room and freezing them.
Does my armor reflect any of that?
And no, because it surprised you. You were not able to.
I'm wearing armor. What do you mean I'm not able?
Yeah, but it covered your entire body in like an immense cold. If I wore plate armor and like stepped into a deep freezer,
it would be less cold than if you were butt ass naked.
That's accurate, but like if someone blasts me with dry ice or something, like it's not gonna do much. Your fingies are cold, all right.
So how thick is this ice?
If you can roll me a physical check, you will be able to get out of it. You shake it off, and you are able to check further. Before you take a turn though, would the other two like to go in?
Yes, want to come in here?
I'll go in after casting wolf guard armor.
Sure. You just saw like you're watching from the doorway and just saw like a huge blast of blue energy from the dragon's mouth. All right, you're
hey, ice magic.
Can you summon Bunsen in here for me real quick?
Yes, I can. He was present. I deleted him, but he was present. I remember.
You monster.
Let me grab him real quick.
Okay, I'm
Group
gonna roll
Where do you want him?
so I don't step on a pressure plate.
He's right next to me right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put him in. Let me control him.
Did you just wait? Did you just summon him?
He was summoned.
Then he would have taken that 50 damage as well, and I don't know if that would kill him or not.
No, he has 70.
Yeah, 75. You're right. Okay, well he took 50 damage then.
He melted out of it, so he has 25 health. I don't care. I'm not using him for his fighting.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Well, hold on. Before you take your turn, Sean, you put Wolfguard armor on.
Yep.
And you rolled an investigation. You did not get it, so you see like raised bricks along the pathway. Everything's kind of coated in a little bit of ice that's quickly melting. You see like raised bricks and you think they're pressure plates, so you're avoiding them. Are you getting up next to him, behind him? Where do you want to be?
I'm going
there's the doorway right there.
I'm basically following the exact same path he has.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah, because he's still on said pressure plate.
Yeah, he said he didn't move. Maddie, are you gonna go do anything, or are you just watching outside?
Have they disarmed the pressure plates, or did they not find them?
You don't really know. The dragon's mouth is still open, and Ryan is still on the pressure plate.
Okay.
To be fair, though, you have wings, so like pressure plates ain't real a thing with you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly over them. Hold on a minute. Doug, I have wings.
You have wings. Do you want to fly up next to Ryan? You can all be a little squad in this room.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That seems like a good idea.
Ryan, you can make a reaction now.
Do you just want to fly over and grab that? I mean, like, that might seem like the fat. Can she carry those?
I mean, she doesn't really know yet.
Okay. Well, Bunsen's he's gonna jump on this pressure, or this thing in front of me.
Okay.
Oh my god. Can I move him, please?
Yeah, my bad. I resummoned him, so I have to give you permissions again. Go on. There you go.
So clearly he's not on pressure plate, so he's gonna jump on this one right here, and I'm gonna move over.
Okay. You step off the pressure plate and it slides back like up into position. However, the dragon's mouth is still open, and you see a gale of blue energy come from the dragon's mouth and fill the room again. Everyone in the room take 50 damage, and you are coated in ice.
We actually should get reflective because, we knew this was going to happen. We knew that mouth was open.
Sure, but like, how are you gonna react? He's filling the room with ice. Like, what are you gonna do in a reaction to that?
Yeah,
well, my base magic is ice, so I'm gonna try to redirect it around us.
You do not know ice bending, buddy. Bunsen is dead, and the three of you are coated in ice. Ryan, do you want to try and break out? You good? So you can make a reaction. If you're not, that would be like your minor action. You still have a movement and technically another action.
The pressure plate raised back up.
Yep, it reset.
Dare I step on it again, guys?
No.
No.
I do know one thing. After we get out of this room, we will eat those imps.
Wow.
I'm gonna look at my inventory.
Yeah? She says? You think?
Hey. We are different species, so it's not cannibalism, it's not against acid.
How many feet would you say away I am from?
Well, each square is technically 5 feet, so you're about 15 feet.
15.
Yep.
Okay. Can I use if I use an ice scroll, could I freeze the ground, or is the ground already frozen?
It's like covered in a frost that is like melting, and you can almost see that there's like a cycle going on. It recedes and then it blasts. It recedes and then it blasts.
I could keep on casting frost.
So if I don't know, what should we do? I got the health. I just don't want to kill you guys. Anybody?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
Well, you can fly, so
I could keep on, doing that, and I could just hop off, or have the sword pick us up.
Yes. Do you want to fly over on your sword? Oh, I don't know. I want this sword and shield. I'll go get it. Gonna have some. What do we do, guys? I'll run for it. I will.
You will?
I'll do it.
Is that what you want to do?
I could, flip over.
Roll me over on a sword then.
Well, first of all, if that's to happen, Sean, you gotta break out of your ice, buddy. You do not. Try again. You break out a second time, and that is your action. All you could do is move, technically.
So I'm just going to get a safe distance away from the freeze zone?
You would have to leave the room.
Yes.
Okay. So you get back in the doorway. Maddie, do you want to try and break free of your ice?
I would.
Doug, can I smack my bedroll?
No, you cannot. You don't even have a bedroll. Or maybe...
I do have a bedroll.
Oh yeah, I think the queen gave you guys one.
Yeah.
Maddie, go ahead and try and break free your ice. Do you have any bonuses to physical actions?
Let me check that. Hot and spicy. I have a +1 to physical action.
There you go. You broke free. So you still have,
I did it.
you have a major and a movement still.
Major and movement. Oh, major and I don't know why that confused me.
You good?
Is there a way we can stop this thing from spitting ice at us?
Do you want to waste an action on thinking about
Blow
that?
it up.
I mean, I guess
Blow it up
not.
with a card.
I guess I'm gonna go after this thing.
Yeah? You gonna leave the room and go to the other hallway?
Attack
Oh,
a cage.
is that what that does? Hold on.
Yeah, this big thing is a wall right here, Maddie.
Oh.
It's
Listen, sometimes I'm a little dumb, okay? I need-
okay. Ryan, you still have an action, technically speaking. Would you like
Okay.
to do anything?
I still want to blow up this statue. Yeah, move forward.
Okay,
Nothing.
nothing.
And then I am 10 feet away, so I'm going to take my 10 feet of rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna lasso. What's on this left side? This side that I'm looking at.
That'd be the right side because you're like looking at it. The right side had. Let me see. The right side had the shield.
Hanging on the wall.
Yep.
Oh, the wood is the wall. I'm
Yes.
literally an idiot. I don't know why it took me so long.
There's
don't
the
wanna-
wall.
Hang on.
Listen, Doug makes these maps, and I just assume it's decoration. It doesn't matter.
It,
Turns out
it all matters.
Okay. I'm gonna lasso that shield and yank it right back to me.
All right, roll me like
Jump.
an acrobatics action, my friend.
Acrobatics. Oh boy, do I even have that written in my handy dandy notebook right now? Can I roll you like a reflex?
A reflex?
Yeah, for some reason I have that written down. Oh, my reflex. Never mind.
Incorrect. So for an acrobatics, it'd be a 1 to 10, bud.
Just a standard.
No, your rope falls short.
We lasso this bitch up against. Yeah, okay.
Well,
so I
that
sit
would
there.
be your turn, bud.
Okay, well I'm thinking.
Because you broke
Alright,
you
I'm
broke
thinking
your
five.
ice, you moved, and you tried to lasso. Maddie, you still technically have an action and a movement as well.
Okay. So, is the black square the thing shooting fucking ice at us?
Yes.
Okay. I now understand how the map works.
Good. I'm glad.
I may or may not have been playing a game of League.
You're good.
So, is this a thing with health? Can I kill it, or...
Do you want to roll a knowledge or an investigation on it?
I guess I'm gonna roll an investigation.
Sure.
I get it.
No, it is not something that would be easily disabled.
Okay.
You believe the purpose of this room is to guard the items, and so your best bet is if you want the items to grab them and leave as quick as possible. With that
Alright,
being
so
said,
that's a minor action, right?
yeah, and you already did one to break the ice, so your turn is over. You could move if you wanted to move.
Can I move out of the room, or is...
Sean is in the way.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, but not that nice.
I'm not too tall. to
You could
completely
probably
ignore
pass by
the
him.
huge statue.
You could probably pass by him if you wanted.
No, I want those items, actually.
Alrighty, whoa! The dragon spits a cloud of blue energy, and anyone in the room takes 50 damage and is coated in ice. Ryan, do you want to break? You do not break free of your ice. Do you want to try again, bud?
Wait, I want to roll a reflex, though.
What would you reflex?
Oh.
Were you gonna dodge a cloud?
Can I change my mind? Can I leave the room?
No, but you can roll to get out of your ice since Ryan is frozen.
Sure.
No. Do you want to roll again?
Yeah.
No, for sure. Sean, your two companions are statues and do not seem to be budging.
Hit me with a sword.
I'm going to summon my sword.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta vote like
Boom.
within 2 turns, or I'm gonna be dead.
So she's in the air, and I see a nice
Well,
little...
I mean, have you ever seen something frozen in the air, Sean? It falls.
You said it covers the whole room.
Yeah, it's
That
not a
means
giant ice block.
Okay. There might be a trail leading
Nope,
up to her.
there's
life.
not.
Okay,
So-
then I catch her with the sword.
Sure, I will allow that. Even though she
Now,
was on the ground from last turn, because last turn she also got frozen, so she's probably already on the ground.
My swords have a property of ice.
Sure.
I'm just going to, because he's already frozen,
Mm-hmm.
use said ice to combine with that ice and just move him right in front of said objects.
No.
Then I'll just use
That's a big old nope.
I'll use swords to bust him out.
Sure, roll. I mean, okay, you're not doing this very smartly, but I'll allow it if you want to. Because here's the thing, both of them just. I mean, I'm not trying to metagame. If you want to break them out, break them out. But both of them already failed their actions, meaning their turns are done.
We're gonna take another 50 in a second.
I'm gonna drag him out.
Okay, you can roll a physical to drag one of them out.
Please drag me out. I
Why
have
would I
far
roll a
less power.
physical
Drag her out
when
and
I'm
out.
using magic swords?
Oh, I mean, that's okay. You're gonna push him with your swords. Okay, I mean, go ahead. Yeah, roll something. Roll a. I mean, hold on. Okay, so I'll take that 7 as your Arcana action to use your swords to get him out. Only if you because we gotta acknowledge she wasn't falling or anything. She was already on the ground from last turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get Maddie out of the room. That will be your turn.
Thank you.
The dragon spits a cloud of blue energy. Ryan, take 50 damage.
Yeah!
Ryan, try and break free of your ice bonds. No.
Oh my.
Yay! You break free. You have a movement action remaining.
I have one movement.
Correct.
Okay. There's a better way to do this. Alright, I'm gonna run out the same way I came back in because I have plenty of speed to do so.
Okay, that's Ryan's turn. Maddie, you are still in ice. Dear, do you want to break free?
Yeah.
You
I do it.
Yes, you do. You have a major and a movement left in your turn.
No, I'm done. I'm done with that room.
Alrighty, Sean.
That's
So
the
with
game.
my sword still summoned, I'm going to tie, or I'm gonna
Let me stand.
use rope.
No, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
So
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. That's
I'm
amazing.
basically gonna roll acrobatics to maneuver my swords to tie a rope around the shield.
Okay, the rope that going on probably left on the ground.
No, I have it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't drop it.
All right.
Why would I drop
Got it.
Okay, so you tie the rope to the handle of your summon sword and then fling it in. And which one are you going for? The shield or the sword?
The shield.
Okay. You fling your sword around the shield and then fling it back to you, and you receive a shield. Do you want to keep it? Do you want me to read you what happens here?
Sure, read it.
All right. So as your hands grab your physical hands grab onto the shield, the stone crumbles off of it, revealing a large steel shield with a sapphire V encrusted in the face of the shield. This
V
is
for Vendetta.
This is the Shield of Immortality. This shield allows a block on an 18 to 20 of defensive roll. Well, if you're using the shield, obviously. However, if the user blasts Arcana into it with an Arcana action, the sapphires will glow blue and wrap a blue shell around the shield, making it bigger and lighter somehow. This will increase your block roll to 15 to 20 until the start of the next turn.
Let's go get the sword.
Got all that?
Yes.
So it's an 8.
Just let me finish writing it down.
No, you're good. So it's an 18 to 20 normally, but you can charge it with an Arcana action, and until the end of your next, or till the start of your next turn, it'll be a 15 to 20 block. And what's cool, or kind of a bit of like developers lore about the shield, and Sean, you might remember this from college days, the Shield of Immortality, and I believe in just the same exact spot I gave to Riley, who was on the stream like in the first like I think 5 episodes or so, with the devs, and he got this big ass shield that could pretty much block everything, and it was so powerful I had to take it from him. So I had like a giant griffin swoop out of nowhere and grab it off his back. But this shield is inspired by that, but much dummied down to be balanced for the game.
Because the other shield is, oh hey, you didn't do this amount of damage, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So yeah, the room fills with blue smoke again from the dragon's mouth, and then the frost all on the walls and the floors starts receding, and it begins the turn cycle again. Sean, do you want to attempt the same thing you just did?
Yes.
Sure. Give me another another acrobatics action.
Nope.
You
I'm gonna keep trying it though.
Yeah, you're trying to swing your summon sword around it, but it's not catching on the sword. Try it again. And your summon sword desummons, leaving the rope dangling around it. Now,
Can I use my speed to just run and grab it and come back?
what is your speed?
Pretty sure it's like 12.
Pretty sure? Can you give me an exact number, bud?
It is 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
last
7.
thing I
It's
do-
7 spaces from where you are to the sword. So you would be 1 space in front of the door if you were to
Good,
do that.
I do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna summon my sword to, help you out, but
Do it.
You grab the sword, and the stone crumbles off of the sword, revealing a large steel claymore with a sapphire strip down the center of the double-edged sword. This is the sword of the champion. Are you ready for some stats?
Nope.
How about now?
Yep.
All right. 1 to 2 is normal. 3 to 10 is times 2. 11 to 15 is a times 3. 16 to 20 is a times 3.
Also times 3?
Yes. It should be
So
it should
11.
it should be 11 to 20. I don't know why it's written like that. If the player shoots an Arcana action into the sapphire with an Arcana action, they will glow blue and release a blue shell around the sword, making it larger but lighter at the same time. This allows the user to increase the stats temporarily to pretty much everything goes up 1 multiplier. So 1 to 2 is a times 2, 3 to 10 is a times 3, and a 11 to 20 is a times 4. And that will be on 1 turn as well. It'll be like a 1 turn deal on your next attack, pretty much.
So let's go get Maddie some shit from this other hallway. Let's do adventure.
okay. Before that, I'm gonna sit down, get some of those wild animals we collected from outside before,
You
prepare
didn't.
us a nice meal. Yes, before we went to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
We hunted.
You're right. We're gonna set up camp in this abandoned ruin. I forgot.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Does anyone have like a campfire or anything?
yes.
Okay.
I have
plenty of stuff.
All right, you guys are able to full rest, get yourself back up to HP. You spend the night in here. And
Question.
yes.
At this night time, can I take this boa out of my bag and start to bond with it?
Roll me a negotiation action. You
I stayed up all night.
yeah, oh yeah. All right, well then you did not full heal, my friend, but
I half heal.
yeah, you can half heal. I'll allow that. You like maybe find a rat or something wandering in this tomb, and you like break its neck and are like trying to feed it to him, and
No, I catch it live.
ah,
I know what you want, Daddy. I know what you want.
he like reaches for it and bites you. You smack him the first time, and then he like
He knows.
gently takes it from your hands and you feel like you're bonding with this creature.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I pet it.
It does not cower at your pet anymore.
Good.
So you two are full healed.
Where's Pip? Is he still in the tree?
Oh.
Yo,
Literally, Ryan, you are petting your snake in the middle of the night, and you're like, "Where's Pip?" And you wake Maddie up. Maddie, I'm assuming you fly out of the tomb to go get him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get him.
Yo, by yourself. Oh, bless you.
Can you roll me an investigation action, Maddie?
Sure.
Do you have any bonuses to negotiation?
I have plus to what?
To investigation.
Oh, investigation.
I have +1.
You don't find him at first, but you're yelling through the woods, Pip, 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 and then the sun starts to break, and you find him at dawn.
I guess it's a good thing because like he probably would have died.
No, he's hardened himself.
In the ice?
No, as in he became tougher. You find him, he's gone all Rambo.
He gets help. He's a little.
I will agree with that. That experience gave him a little bit of give him 10 more HP, base HP. But the same goes with you, where you do not full heal, you only half heal. So Sean is the only one who has slept by the fire tonight.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm gonna practice some magic here.
Oh, you're not gonna sleep either?
And you're gonna half heal?
I only lost 30.
Wait, so am I at half health or do I?
You heal half the damage you took.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did you find it?
I have like 95 health. I'm just gonna say I have 95 health.
There you go, bud. You come back in with Pip. Sean, what did you want to do?
I'm attempting to make an ice hide armor, pretty much, to be able to cast on other people.
Okay, roll against me 3 times. Yeah, I got a 20, bud. I got a 19, bud. You do not successfully do it. You were like trying to create an armor, maybe like around the statue, but you just keep freezing it.
Isn't it 3 times?
It's best of 3.
Yeah, but he won.
Oh, it's best. Okay.
Best of 3, and I beat you twice with a 20 and a 19.
Okay. No problem.
Morning breaks, and keep in mind during this whole time, you guys were like listening to the rattling of these imps in the next hallway. Oh,
I hear breakfast rattling.
You guys peer down the hallway to these creatures shaking in their cages. I'm going to railroad you guys a wee bit, just because we're a little on time. But you guys stroll down cautiously through this cage or through this hallway. Now that you guys are all have your companions, and not left them in trees, and you find a total of 6 cages, each with an imp in it. Each look deranged and very violent if they were to get their hands on you. However, when you turn the corner here, this large black square, because it's a narrow hallway leading to a big opening, you find it.
I get you're going to railroad us.
Yeah.
But these things are helpless in cages.
Yeah.
I am finishing them off now before they get released.
Okay. I mean, you can do that. Let me just describe the room, bud. So you find a massive, and I mean massive, you can tell by like the square comparatively to you guys, like trap door that is in the floor here. And there does look to be like a massive padlock on it. We have a few minutes, so if you want to attempt to cleanly execute them all, because that is a concept in the LoreWars guidebook where if the properly restrained and such, you can execute a creature with a decisive strike, which is a perk in DBD. Then so it is
a bad one.
It's all right. Let's not say bad. It's mid tier. It's mid tier.
Solidly mid tier. No, I mean it's not. It was busted before. Now it just is anti-camping.
I mean it's
an anti-camper. So.
It's no like resilience. Like resilience is a garbage tier perk.
Resilience is a garbage tier perk, you're correct.
But it's also like not spine chill, which is god tier perk.
All these people with the spine shield's not that good.
Bro, don't even. Spine Shield's the best awareness perk there is. I'm not talking to this garbage player. Anyways.
Garbage player, okay.
What's your
rank 1 killer and rank 1 survivor, but okay.
I'm rank -1, so get on my level. Anyways, Sean, you want to do this. Now let me just read ahead in my book here to make sure how this is supposed to go here.
Perks like Spine Chill and Whispers are only good if you're bad at the game.
So I'm gonna let you roll a physical action to try and kill these things in one clean strike. And keep in mind, even though they are in cages, the cage is big enough for them to kind of wander and move around in. So to make a clean strike, like right through the skull or whatever you're planning, will still take an action.
I could, just cast Frost and then do it.
Yeah, but that will take more time, keep in mind, and these things are moving an awful lot.
Okay, well, he's doing that to that one. I'm gonna go do it to the one that's next on the list.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, because I want to make sure they don't jump up me. So I'm gonna take this new 6 sword I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of slowly, stick it in the bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this imp,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's backing up, and then gets back to the bars. So the sword's on his chest, and his chest is back to the bars.
Okay.
So, if I keep going, he's going
Yeah.
through it. And what am I rolling for right now?
You could do one of two things, and I know that's a 20, so you're probably going to take the higher road. But one, you could roll a physical action as like an execution action, which is a thing in the LoreWars Guidebook and under specific circumstances.
Okay.
Or you could do damage and try and see if you get enough to kill its health. That's.
Oh, we're gonna do that. Okay. So we're gonna hit a ×3.
Okay.
45.
Yeah, you kill it. You tear it open. It is dead.
Please stick with the story playing here. I lean forward just a bit, and it slowly goes into its chest.
Wow, that's kind of fucked up, man. Sean.
Something inside me kind of took over just a little bit there.
You got a 6 for a physical.
Man.
You pierce through its skull, and it collapses dead. Maddie, do you want to follow the trend of systematic murder?
Murder?
Yeah.
Murder?
Like
I'd like to murder. I'll murder the next
Not gonna
one.
lie, we're probably gonna have to dig open these things' stomachs to find the keys.
Good.
I already rolled, but I did want a physical action.
Okay.
So I'm glad I...
What do you have anything on you to do this?
I have card.
Okay, so let's
I have
yeah.
like a knife. I have a tiny knife.
Okay, I mean you could use the knife, or you could use it as an Arcana action and chuck a card through its head.
You know what? Style point. I'll chuck a card through its head. Let's do that.
Alrighty, you are able to execute that, and that is one turn rotation. It is now Sean. Go ahead, or technically Ryan. You have the higher bravery of the group.
Me?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go ahead and silently execute him as he's watching his friends get turned around. I go ahead and just stick my sword in his back.
Okay.
There are mad, so
Sean.
Didn't do it the first time.
Yeah, you just kind of jab into it. There you go. You jab into his shoulder and miss, and then because he's moving, and then you catch him in the head and kill him. Maddie.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You want one more murder?
Sure.
You want another murder?
Oh yeah, same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys systematically execute these 6 imp creatures. For little DM style points, I could have taken this a lot differently, but I decided to take it easy on you guys a wee bit.
GM style points, Doug?
Maybe. Yeah, so the written mechanic of this room was you guys have 3 turns after encountering it to decide what you wanted to do. And the creatures after the 3rd turn would break out of their cages and swarm you. However, after entering the room, you guys decided to go into the other room. So if I were a dick DM, I could have had that 3 turn cycle happen while you guys were dealing with the other room. But I did not. I let you guys handle that and then come back in here and handle this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, or I could have let it happen overnight. And I actually was thinking about it, but I was like, if you all sleep through the night, I'm gonna have them attack you. But one of you forgot your friend, and the other one was trying to make a new friend. So,
Yeah.
we won't go there either. You guys get 200 experience from the quote unquote combat there.
How much?
200.
200 for killing innocent people?
Yeah, yeah.
No, they
They
want
were just like bird creatures. Can we?
Hey, I
calm
leveled
down?
up again.
Hey, can you
Yeah,
calm
by
down
the way,
a bit?
I want to start storing those bodies, or at least chunks of them.
Do you want to open all the cages and get them all?
I'm not opening the cages, I'm just, using
Pulling them out piece by
You
piece.
pull the arm through the bars and cut it off.
I am pulling a Josh here. I'm going to become a culinary master of just enemies.
Oh my god, help me.
Alright, so what's in the... You said there's a door here, Doug?
There's a big old trap door with a big old padlock on it.
A what? With a padlock?
Yep.
Can we break it? Can I bust the lock open?
Well, Sean is about on the third cage of dismembering these creatures. He notices there is a key.
Inside.
Called it.
But it's not like inside. It was like yeah, I guess we can say it was inside it. It was originally gonna be like a necklace, but I didn't really mention that beforehand. So let's say it was inside the imp. So yeah, as like Maddie's.
Those are in.
As Maddie's over there looking at the key or at the lock and saying to Gong Gong, like, "Hey, do you want me to like throw a card at it? I mean, we're gonna break this." Yeah, Kane finds a key in the guts of the imp he is dismembering.
Look at that.
Look at that. Do you want to open her up, bud?
Yeah, why not?
All right, you twist the key into the massive padlock, and I picture this thing at like, it takes two hands to lift it up. And pull off the padlock, and the three of you, with all your might, push open the trap door. You find yourself a long old ladder heading deep into darkness, and from there,
End it.
we'll end it.
Give me my spell first, so we don't forget.
Your spell.
I leveled up.
Oh, do y'all level up again?
Yeah, we haven't been, choosing to level up when we could.
Yeah, we can.
I'm at 2450.
Yeah, we can do that real quick. Let me slide over. So, as your next one, I saw you get to pick a basic element to like kind of focus your dragon abilities into. Do you have an element in mind already?
I already did, because my dragon breath is dark breath.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna stick with my character choice. He doesn't want to, he's good. He's gonna want to choose the righteous way, but something overpowers him, and he's just gotta go with that dark element. Is that possible?
Yeah, the evil spell.
Spell, yeah.
Yeah. So you.
Keep in mind, I know a few of them already.
Yeah, you know evil spell already. So this will be a you get let's say evil you can do like evil dragon spell or draconic evil spell, something like that. And instead of doing, what was yours, like 30 damage?
For what?
What is your evil spell sap?
The dark breath is a 20.
20. Okay, so this is a base times 2, and it's still a 1 to 10. So that's the risk you can take. Technically speaking, you could do up to 40 damage on it. Or you could do 2 damage.
So evil dragon breath is gonna be a base times 2, and then also a 20 sap.
No. Base times 2 sap. So it's a gamble. You could either cast your evil spell and do base 20 damage,
20.
or
I can.
you could gamble and roll to get up to 40 damage. You could double that. And whatever you roll, you sap, because it is evil magic. Got that?
And if you get a
And right,
wand or
right,
staff based off of evil, you can add 20 to it.
write your write in like a notes or something that the element you picked for level 9 is evil, because I think there's more that like that's the element of dragon you are going to be, kind of thing.
Yep.
So let's slide on over. We'll do some housekeeping here, and we'll keep her going to the Siri. Because I rolled, even though you're the last race in the book, I rolled to you somehow first.
I already know what mine does. It's basically just an exploding blade I can use.
Okay, I mean, I want to go over it anyways, just for the viewers. But Miss Maddie, your level 9 is a minor spell.
Okay.
It is called Barrier Spell. Once per scenario, gain 25 defense for 1 turn.
Very cool, very cool.
1 to 10 casting roll. Easy peasy, lemon peasy. Alright, where is my... Sean, do you have a page number for me? Instead of me... What is it? Oh, I found the wick. I found Zim. Your level 9 ability is Exploding Blade. Shoot out a blade and detonate it in a 3-space area for a ×3 base damage. And that's a minor action. Ooh-wee, that's a goodie.
I'm going to use Rage on that. And once I get Rage improved, I'm just going to double down on that.
That's that's a good spell. Does a guaranteed ×3 damage for a minor action. Not bad. Alrighty, so with all that in place, thank you guys for listening / watching. You can catch us on our Twitch stream at LoreWars RPG. After that, we uploaded it to YouTube, which is also LoreWars RPG. After that, it goes to all your favorite podcast websites such as Castbox, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts under LoreWars RPG or LoreWars. I think it's LoreWars RPG. But or you can look up the LoreWars Preview stream is what the title of it is. Talking about that, as we come on to launch date, we are going to continue it being called the LoreWars Preview stream until we end this campaign. And then near the end of the campaign, I'll have a plan for what our next bit of content is. I want to continue like streaming and producing a podcast. But it will no longer be called the preview stream since the game is launched. It will be no longer a preview after this campaign. We do plan to do, I think the plan right now is, and again it's up in there due to change, but I think the next thing we're doing is the next campaign in line, which is called the Queen of Darkness. It's still in development, but it will be done by the time this campaign's over. And I hope to keep a lot of the same cast, maybe add a new DM or GM rather, and
I'll do it.
and add myself into a.
No, I want Josh to do it though.
I offered Josh to do it. He's a very good GM, and I offered him to do it. We'll see if he takes me up when the time comes. He likes the idea right now, but things can change. But more so, I want to be a player character because I enjoy player characterism, and to see another GM interpret a written campaign will be interesting. You can find Maddie at some kind of empty Instagram called Celestial Cosplay, Celestial Spell Cosplay.
I'll tell you when to find me. It's alright.
Gotcha. And stay active on our Twitter at LoreWars RPG. I'll tweet out what we're going to do for next week because I want to do something special for the launch of our game / free RPG day, especially because no one is doing it because the world is on hold and in a crazy place right now. So we will definitely do something special for that, and that might be as simple as me streaming for frickin' Call of Duty. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just give you guys a bit of extra content because you are.
I could boot up my dead ass Twitch. We could play DVD together when crossplay comes out.
That will not be active. That will not be active then. But we could do like a DVD thing where like I play a game of DVD and then I host your Twitch and you do a thing of DVD and like see who does better kind of thing within like how many blood points can one raise within like an hour. We could do something like that and make it interesting. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Gotta farm. Gotta run. We're gonna farm forever. Gotta use all my Bloody Party streamers. Gotta style on Doug.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I want to give you guys something a little extra because our original plan, and it's hard to think about, but originally, if the world was in a normal place, or at least the Americas were in a normal place, within a week I would be setting up to go to conventions and frickin' do live live games with people and demonstrations and be selling and seeing people in real life, and that's not
Yeah,
happening because of this.
RTX, which I look forward to going to every year, because I'm a huge Ruby nerd, and RT nerd, but Ruby specifically.
Yeah.
Uh, got pushed back to the week I start school
Yeesh.
as like
Yeah.
engineering school, like like my, so it's yeah, it's a big yikes.
Yeah.
And so I have to drive 4 hours back to go to the airport to go for the weekend, to drive 4 hours back to school, and miss 2 days.
Dang.
Miss
What
two
what
classes,
is cool though?
which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you go to school for math, missing 2 classes is
Right.
a lot.
Right. It's shitty that so like GeeklyCon got canceled this year, but what I'm very excited for is next year they are putting it in Rochester, and I'm very excited to go to that. Even as just a guest, maybe like I'm gonna try and get a table, obviously, to support LoreWars, but even as a guest, I would thoroughly enjoy that. And with that being said, as soon as I know something about conventions opening up again, I will let you guys know because I plan on attending as many as possible. I haven't heard anything on like Flower City Con or Gen X Con. I don't know what we're doing yet, but as soon as I know, I will let you guys know. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.